Hey there, Internet. I had a little bit of a break today, so I wanted to tell another story or make another video is what I should start saying because a lot of these aren't stories, but hopefully this one is a shorter one. That's what I'm planning on doing. Um, my experience doing nutmeg. Now, first off, I want to say that this was moronic and caused me more issues than was worth the high. You know what I mean? But sorry, there's people walking by me. But it was actually pretty cool, and I've seen a lot of misinformation online about like what is the right dosage and what the effects are. And yeah, so let me just get into it. First off, I want to say that it takes like 5 hours to hit, and so a lot of people that do it don't recognize that and will think that what they didn't work, and so they'll double their dose, and then they'll go completely insane, and it becomes extremely psychedelic and almost like a delirium. The chemical myristicin, when taken in like an influx of it. Um, and another thing about nutmeg is that it lasts for, if you take the right amount, it maybe lasts for about 24 hours. But if you take way too much, it'll last for like 48 hours or longer. And people have had like extremely traumatizing situations happen to them because of that. So that's a part of why I want to make this, is if I can prevent you guys from misdosaging at least, and maybe just not wanting to take it because it's moronic, you can make alcohol with a couple sugar packets, a packet of yeast, and a juice bottle. Like, you don't need to fucking do nutmeg. Go make some fucking alcohol. Go find a way to get some weed. Like, don't fucking do nutmeg, dude. What are you, fucking idiot? Even DXM is safer and like less traumatic for most idiots that would do that than nutmeg is. But anyways, so at the time when I was doing nutmeg, I maybe weighed about 210 pounds, and I was taking about 10 grams, or like two nutmeg nuts, like normal sized ones, and maybe like a third of another normal sized one, or like two big nutmeg nuts. Um, and grinding it up is like grinding up the actual nut. You will not have to take as high of a dose as you would if it's the grounded up powder that you would steal or whatever, um, because the it's the actual nutrients from the spice itself as opposed to, and it's also easier to drink. Now, do I recommend doing this? No, I think it's idiotic. But if you are going to, it's very easy to choke and cause dry throat and even start vomiting and die, like, and choke on your vomit. So it's very important to, like, if you're going to do it, use something that will lubricate your throat, and like mask the taste. So for me, that was chocolate milk. I tried lots of different methods. I tried putting oil in my mouth. I tried parachuting it. If you don't know what parachuting is, it's like you take a joint paper or some really thin piece of paper and you put powder in it or whatever, and then you take it like a pill. There's some people walking by me, so I don't want to speak too loudly. Um, yeah, so like I tried all the methods. Honestly, chocolate milk worked the best. Milk in general works really good. Uh, yeah, I would highly recommend. And like taking like maybe half a spoonful at a time. Like, there's nothing wrong with just taking many, many, many spoonfuls as opposed to trying to do it all at once and fucking choking on your vomit. So like, it's very important that you, while you're doing this idiotic thing, you don't do it so idiotically that it kills you or traumatizes you. So I think the safe range for people to go at, if you weigh like, if you weigh basically nothing, like if you weigh 100 pounds, you should take literally half of what I did. So like, 4 grams of it as opposed to 8 or as opposed to 10. Um, I would say the range between 4 and 8 is probably what most people should go for, especially if it's your first time. And again, you shouldn't fucking do it. It's not worth it. I got bladder issues and ED, which luckily was temporary, but I got fucking ED from it. So, like, that goes to show you how not fucking worth it this is. And I've done lots of shit, like, and the nutmeg was like a big part of what caused that. So, like, yeah, like, fucking, you don't want those problems, bro. You don't even know. If you're going to, like, yeah, chocolate milk, 4 to 8 grams. Don't go overboard. Don't be like, think that you're better and have a higher tolerance to drugs than most people and fucking take 15 instead, because you'll be going insane in a psychedelic nightmare for like 40 hours. But if you take it in the right range, it does kind of feel like just being crossfaded, like for like 24 hours. And I figured that out. Luckily, I never had like a traumatic experience with it. It was very hard to get down, and I didn't have the method at first. So, like, the first time I tried doing it, I just tried drinking it down with water and just threw up all over the bathroom, and it smelled like nutmeg. Um, yeah, like, it really is important to take, like, if you're doing one thing that's stupid, don't do more things that are stupid, because that's how you get caught. That's how you die. You know, harm reduction is actually extremely important when it comes to shit like this. Um, Anyways, I've had really cool experiences on it, honestly. I have, like, I remember one time my grandma came to visit, and I was geeked up off the nutmeg. I'd been on it for like 8 hours just playing Minecraft and fucking steezing. And I was out on this porch chair, like on a fucking lawn chair or whatever. Um, and I was literally just leaning back, like, oh, I feel like so chilled out right now. And I was just like smiling, talking to my grandma. And she probably knew what was up, but not that I was on nutmeg, but that something was up. um, yeah, I think, like, when it's done correctly, it's actually pretty sick in some ways. It's still, like I said, not worth it. But the drug myristicin, people say it's a deliriant. People say it's a um, hallucinogen, and it definitely does have hallucinogenic effects. Like, your vision becomes a little bit pixelated, like dotted, if that makes sense. And if you're pretty geeked on it, like, it'll start being like frame by frame by frame, like if you're really high on weed or really crossfaded. Um, it's To me, it felt like a cannabinoid. To me, I've never taken a drug, even like other versions of weed, like Delta 8 or Delta 10. Like, to me, myristicin felt more like a cannabinoid than those do. So I'm confident if somebody went into the science of it and discovered it, it would be compared to a cannabinoid. It made my eyes red. It was basically the same feeling as being stoned, with like loopiness added to it as well, like more loopiness than you would have if you were stoned. And yeah, I mean, I probably did it like 20 times or something, because it was available and because I figured out the meta. And yeah, I abused it for a week, and I started getting ED. Like, my shit just stopped working. Like, I had a DXM trip where I was like looking at some porn, and it was like, it's all ones and zeros. Um, it's like, that's all this is. And that, like, disassociation that came with that, like, I literally, as like a teenage boy that was going through puberty, I had no sexual drive at all. I couldn't, like, my dick wasn't even getting hard. Um, and yeah, like, that's serious, man. That can really fuck you up. Um, and like cause many insecurities. For me, not to get deep into things, but like, I haven't had a girlfriend in like fucking 5 years, and that definitely, like, the insecurity that came from having ED when I was a teenager was like prevented me from ever talking to women like that I didn't consider my friend, um, in like a, flirty sort of way or whatever. Like, I just didn't have the confidence anymore. You don't want that to happen to you, man. It's not. It fucking sucks. Like, it really fucking sucks. And when you're young, you don't understand as much as you think you do. You might have a lot of intelligence, but you don't have a lot of wisdom or knowledge. And so you think, like, oh, well, fucking, I don't care. I'm just gonna kill myself anyways. I tell you what, if you're thinking that, you think, like, oh, I'll just kill myself anyway, so I don't give a fuck what I'm gonna do. Go into a lake and try to drown yourself and see how strong that instinct of, like, trying to kill yourself actually is compared to the real instincts that you have as a human and the real emotions you have as a human that you're born with, as opposed to the depression and numbness cycle people get stuck in, where they could just go for a walk every day and it would completely change their attitude, but they don't think that would fix anything and they don't understand. Yeah, like, literally, that attitude is dangerous, bro. And not even in the sense that it's gonna kill you. It's dangerous in the sense that your family's gonna watch you be a fucking depressing son of a bitch, asshole. Like, you wanna be a sad story? Like, do some fucking nutmeg, dude. You know what I mean? You want your book of life to be like, oh, that guy was fucking fucked up and didn't have his shit together. He was a smart guy, whatever. Um, had a good heart, yeah. Like, fuck that. Don't do that. But yeah, anyways, I did want to provide the knowledge I have, because even on, like, the Reddit, which is where I usually go to find, like, real stories and real information about drugs, because there's so much propaganda online that comes from the FDA and, like, conservative fear of the, like, homeless problem and the drug addict problem. Um, like, yeah, um, there's ways to do it safely, and it isn't what people say it is. So don't go overboard with it. More so than most drugs. Like, don't try to go overboard with it. It takes 5 hours to kick in. Don't redose. Don't think, like, oh, it's not working, like, I fucking fucked up. It's gonna hit literally hours later. It can hit from anywhere from, like, 4 hours in to, like, 10 hours in. Like, one night I took it and I just went to sleep and thought I wasn't going to be high, and then I had to go to school the next day and I was geeked up on nutmeg. It's not like it's not like a psychedelic, and people shouldn't be seeking it for the psychedelic effects. It's more like a cannabinoid. It's like a stronger cannabinoid than cannabis is, in my experience. And I'm a poly addict. I've done everything other than meth. So I can tell you, like, what is what, like, and I'm very confident about that myristicin has cannabinoid properties. Um, yeah. Anyways, if you guys, like, stumbled upon this and happened to listen to the whole thing, leave a like, share, whatever the fuck, do what you want. I don't care. Um, I wanted to make another video. It's kind of like a personal journal for me. I like listening to my own stories, and I like to get the small amount of feedback that I do get is awesome. So, anyways, peace out.